this is going to be key when it comes to approaching the dating world. You and I, we can comprehend and imagine all of these different potential outcomes with a person, with an outcome, with a job. It's how we've brought ourselves to this point in our life, having such a vivid imagination and romanticizing orientation to everything. And sometimes this can catch us vulnerable whenever we are dating. Imagine you've built this house that is symbolic for the home within you. Instead of the door being wide open or it being a complete fortress, you have a home with a porch. The porch is where strangers become acquaintances. This is where you have coffee and conversations, and passerbyers walk by the house and the porch and you wave at them. They don't have to enter into the house or join you on the porch. Sitting on that porch is where you decide, and the other person decides, if you're going to welcome them inside of your home. You have the living room. The living room is going to be where you have more curious conversations. Then you have the kitchen. The kitchen is going to be daily life. So this is like more integrating in your daily routines, more tenderness whenever you're sick or joining you in your day-to-day life routines. That's the kitchen. And then down the hallway, you have all these different rooms, which are different layers of yourself. You have the library where you keep a record of everything that you've gone through in life, all of your philosophies, all of your spiritual awakening moments, there's all of your journals, all of your books, everything that has tailored you to the blueprint of life that you are experiencing now. Then you've got the bedroom. Then you've got the workshop where you engage with your creativity or your work. And there's all these different rooms, and it's different for every person. Some people are meant to stay on the porch. Some people will admire the architecture of your home, and you'll get overly excited and take them to the library so you can show them the blueprint for how you built it. Don't prematurely give them access. Some people will walk by the rooms and glance at them, and then they'll want to go straight to the bedroom. This will sort of give you this baseline of how to symbolically interpret which layer of yourself someone deserves access to by way of their genuine, authentic curiosity and effort. For me, my kitchen, where my daily life lives, I'm a single mom, my routines, whether someone is going to help me with daily life and just sort of engage and integrate, that is the heart of my home. From there, if somebody decides that they're curious about the other layers of my life, the other rooms, I will allow them to walk through and glance. If they show interest in that layer of me, then great. We can go in that room and I can show you all of the things, just as I would be curious about yours. But if not, I'm not going to show someone a room in my home, a layer of myself that they have not shown genuine congruence with. When I tell you, the second that I was able to symbolically interpret it this way, I can decide in my mind, based on how somebody has oriented themselves to me in my life, what room they have been fixated on, why, and whether they need to be moved back onto the porch as an acquaintance and friend, or completely kicked off, or if they were simply just a passerby that was curious about the architecture and wanted to go inside and see what was there. Some people are curious after they admire a beautiful home. It doesn't mean they want to move in. It doesn't mean that they want to orient themselves to learn about every single room, and that is okay. It's important to make peace with the beautiful internal world, all these different layers of yourself that you've worked long and hard to build, without needing the validation of somebody to admire every single piece of that. It is your home. It's your internal world to enjoy and to live in and to feel safe in. You've brought yourself this far in life. You have weathered all of these different storms. Instead of worrying about the survival aspect of whether a storm's going to come and if you can handle it, decorate the home. Spend time pouring into yourself, into these different layers of yourself. And give yourself permission to romanticize everything, but also have this like observance of whether somebody deserves to be able to even see and experience all of these different rooms. I know not everybody's going to be able to follow along with this interpretation, but this is the way that I have now approached the dating world, my porch light is on. People are welcome to come by and get to know me, whether they're interested in learning how I got the architecture of my world and myself, my embodiment to be what it is today. I had to share this because it was such a vivid visualization. I felt that this might reach the people who also see everything so symbolically and romantically. And I hope that this comes across the path of somebody who might find value in orienting themselves this way as I don't want to use the word hopeless romantic, but as somebody who really truly does enjoy experiencing the world as this beautiful symbolic place. It might sound like I'm a little bit in the clouds when it comes to this, but it's also why my heart is alive. My heart experiences every single moment fully, for what it is. And that is a gift that I'm not willing to abandon. Just because I'm making myself vulnerable in the dating world. I want to still be myself, but I need to know intuitively and with discernment what room somebody has access to or lack thereof.